Hello and welcome to another unboxing video from Building on a Budget Models. Today we're going to be unboxing this. It's the new tool, Jaguar E-Type in 1/24 scale from Revell. It's a level 3 model, and if we first start by having a look around, you can see licensing, things like that. There's the same picture on here. There, more stuff, and then on the back they've got some images of the prototype car, quite nice ones there. Also an image of a completed model, bit of information, suggested paint colours, things like that. Box art itself is quite nice, if it a little old-fashioned, I would say. I think the driver here looks a little bit like he's based on an image of Sean Connery, perhaps. Though obviously Bond didn't drive a Jaguar E-Type. On further examination, there are a few differences between the illustration on the front and the example prototype model on the back of the box. Firstly, the position of the radio aerial is different from the roof to sort of the driver's side. And secondly, there are no wing mirrors on the illustration on the front of the box. Let's have a look inside. Quite well stocked, this kit, lots of parts, chrome sprues, kind of a very very pale grey sprue, some red sprues, another grey sprue, a body moulded in red, and I think 2 clear sprues as well. Then we've got the instruction manual. The Jaguar E-Type, or the Jaguar XKE for the North American market, is a British sports car that was manufactured by Jaguar Cars Limited between 1961 and 1975. Hence, it's celebrating its 60th birthday this year. Its combination of beauty, high performance and competitive pricing established the model as an icon of the motoring world. The E-Type's claimed 150 mph, 241 km/h top speed, sub 7 second 0 to 60 mph acceleration, unitary construction, disc brakes, rack and pinion steering, and independent front and rear suspension distinguished the car and spurred industry-wide changes. The E-Type was based on Jaguar's D-Type racing car, which had won the 24-hour of Le Mans for 3 consecutive years beginning in 1955, and employed what was, for the early 1960s, a novel racing design principle. With a front subframe carrying the engine, front suspension and front bodywork bolted directly to the body tub, no ladder frame chassis, as was common at the time, was needed, and as such the first cars weighed only 1,315 kilograms, 2,900 pounds. On its release on the 15th of March 1961, Enzo Ferrari called it the most beautiful car ever made. In 2004, Sports Car International placed the E-Type at number 1 of their list of top sports cars of the 1960s. Well, then we've got the instruction manual here in full colour, which is a really nice touch that Revell are doing these days. Sort of guidance there about how to fit it, suggested colours. Here we've got the layout of the sprues, more sprues there, and then the instructions here. We'll just have a quick flick through. Advice about using right-hand drive and left-hand drive. Hopefully they're all correct in this one. I know there were some errors with the Land Rover kit. Decals, we'll look at that in a moment. And yeah, there's the layout on the back. Start with these largest grey sprues here. Two in this. Bits of the exhaust, bits of the engine. In the steering, pedals down here, shock absorbers, some interior parts. I think that's the handbrake and gear stick, disc brakes. Incidentally, Jaguar worked with Dunlop to kind of pioneer the disc brake, and here we've got more parts of the wheels, the engine here, that's the left-hand drive dashboard, and there is the right-hand drive dashboard. Seats, I have to say, some of these are very well moulded. If you look at that sort of fan vent there, very nice. Obviously this is a brand new tool, so you'd expect that, but I think some people kind of criticise Revell for what they used to be like. But I mean, look at that. The steering wheel has even got those holes sort of moulded in, which is very nice. Obviously you could use a smaller drill for maybe some of the other one. Okay, then we'll look at this one. So we've got some red sprues in here as well as a grey sprue. So firstly, the grey sprue, so that's the interior of the boot. Then you've got the door cards here. Not much detail, but there are some tabs, with, some holes, which would suggest that things are going in here. Yeah, not much going on here. Then we've got some more red sprues. Now I presume these are moulded in red because this goes underneath. A couple of sink marks on there, which is a bit of a shame. Have to see how that turns out after priming it. Bit of interior detail though as well. Let's go with the undercarriage here, and then we've got the chassis. It says there 2020 Revell Jaguar E type. Yeah, pretty nicely moulded. Shame they're in red. I prefer it when they're done in a neutral colour myself. Okay, then we've got chrome sprues. Now there's two chrome sprues here. Now my guess is that there's two because Revell are releasing a convertible version of this as well. So here you are, you can see this one's got the window, it's got, I think that's an aerial, and these look like they might be the wing mirrors. And then there's the rear view mirror there as well. And then here we've got sort of parts of the engine, bumpers, windscreen wipers, door handles, yeah, the hubs for the wheels, parts of the lights. Now, what I don't really like about this kit is that the wire wheels are moulded in one piece. It's a bit of a shame, but hopefully a little bit of dark wash on those will help fill it out. Alternatively, you could get replacements. Clear sprue here. Or clear sprues, I should say. Again, two, my guess is, because this one here with the lights presumably could be used generically with this or the soft top version, whereas this here you would have a different sprue if you had the convertible version. But yeah, quite nicely moulded. And then we've got the bodywork here. Now the bodywork is moulded in two parts, and it's quite nicely moulded, I must say. Not much mould lines that I can see. In fact, I'm not really sure I can see any. Obviously, I'll have a closer look at this when I build it. Maybe there's one there? Yeah, I think there's one there and there. But yeah, and yeah, there's one there and there, but it's not very obvious. And then obviously the E-Type had a very large bonnet, and that fits together like that. No telling exactly how well this will fit once obviously the rest of the body is put on, but quite nice. These vents on there though aren't really open. The tyres, sort of 1960s, quite narrow tyres, and they've got these cross parts here in the middle to keep them in one piece. No branding on the side, but you know, that's usual. I think they're all the same. They look all the same. Yep, nice, quite nice. And then we've got the decals. So, bit of chrome trim on this. Decals for the interior of the engine, things like shock absorbers, dials and radio, things like that. As I've seen on these Revell kits before, they actually have different decals for kilometres and miles per hour, which is quite a nice touch. Decals for different nationalities. Bit of a shame that the UK decals just say 1961J. boring. You'd think it would be something a bit more accurate. What I also quite like is that one of the decals here is the owner's manual. So that's quite a nice thing to sort of include on the interior. But yeah, these are cartograph, very nicely made. Very much looking forward to building this soon, and I hope that you will join me for that build. Thanks a lot for watching. Please do comment, like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.